Okay. Hello. We welcome you all from the platform of Microtex. Me and Khurram both are the products of Khalid Hussain, and we have reached our current destinations. Today we have Khurram with us, who have switched his career from a mechanical engineer to a full performing security ICT expert. Khurram, please introduce yourself.
Thank you very much, Nida. I'm very excited to be here today and have the opportunity to share my educational and professional journey with you all.
Khurram,
So,
1 minute. Let us test.
mhm,
I think first that people are listening us, guys. If you can see the screen and listen us quite well, please do the comment either on LinkedIn, either on Facebook, so we can go
yeah,
forward
that's
with
right.
that.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I think give a 1 minute more, few seconds. Okay. So all good. Okay, guys. Go ahead. Khurram,
Yeah,
introduce
so
yourself. Yeah.
yeah, first of all, I would like to thank you, Sir Khalid and Nida, for inviting me to this webinar and giving me the chance to share my journey with you all. So, yeah, my name is Khurram Yousaf. I have been living in Germany from last 7 years, and I'm working as a security architect in Capgemini and focuses mainly on IAM projects. So, IAM means identity and access management, and currently I am leading an implementation of IDM, that is identity management, which comes under IAM, at a public sector project in Germany. So this is a very short introduction of myself.
Mhm. Okay, so Nida, I think I can introduce myself. So, guys, my name is Khalid, and I am working in Germany, and I'm running a helping community from last 10 years around. So that's why, from my background perspective, I am also with Khurram because my background was totally non-IT. So I just wanna share my story also today with you guys that I started my career with simplistic English literature and humanity backgrounds, and later I turned to the IT. And I'm working in the leadership roles specifically to consult in advisory and architecture for secure digital transformation. So I work for Microsoft in EMEA regions, and now I am with Accenture. So all the conversation is my personal opinions. So looking forward. Anita, you are on the mute.
Sorry. I am Nida Farid and I'm a senior cloud architect at Orange, and today I will be your host for the show. So, let me share my screen and I'll tell you what will be our agenda for today.
You are sharing something, Nida?
Yes, I'm sharing my screen. I just wanted to show the audience that what are we actually doing today so they know. So
Okay,
today's
so
session is basically based on career counseling from the platform of Microtex. Today, in the first 5 minutes, we will introduce ourselves. You will get the mentoring objectives that what you will learn from this session. Khurram will tell us his educational background and the reason he switched from his current job post to what he's doing right now. And we will tell you what he wants to advise you, what keeps him up, what was his motivation for in this whole journey. And then you guys will be allowed to go with your question and answer session and ask whatever comes to your mind. We are all here to help you.
okay, thank you.
Khurram, so please tell us that what were your mentor, basically what are you going to deliver today?
Yeah, so first of all, I will discuss about my educational background, and after that, I will tell how I changed my career from non-IT background or non-ICT background to ICT career, which is IAM role. So this would be the agenda I would be talking about.
hmm Okay. So from my side, guys, as I mentioned that I was running couple of streams. in different areas with security, cloud. So I took this initiative. So to drive this group, it's a beyond any either you from India, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Pakistan. Welcome everyone. Being a professional, being a humans, that's my message to all of you. And the focus is that to bring the value and experts from the Microsoft, Google, Amazon, different big tech firms with different backgrounds, architecture role to mentor you, because I'm getting lots of requests on daily basis. Just 1 or 2 hour ago, I got one request one-to-one session from Sweden with reference of my another student, Sabi Heather. So that I cannot entertain. That's it's hard for me because with life, with full-time job, your daily routine, you cannot handle. So that's why we gonna deliver the value in the two directions. One is career counseling on ICT, like electrical engineering or cloud architects, as I mentioned in the WhatsApp group message. So cloud database, cloud developers, software engineers, project management, product managers, and DevOps, cloud security. We're gonna bring here in this session of the round in the second week of every month. We lined up with different speakers, and in the fourth week of every month we will bring you guys with the soft skills around your personal grooming, with LinkedIn profile, with CV writing, self confidence, and more about product management or project management, something like that. So we're gonna drive this bi-weekly sessions. In 1 month, you guys can listen us 2 times. One, Nida will drive with career counseling, more focused on the cloud tracks, and our colleague Dr. Sajda from Germany, she will help you guys also how to get into Germany. And the core focus is of this group or initiative is that we are going to build up a platform where we will onboard you guys with us with different directions that we can help you to connect with German companies here, and there you can unlock your careers. And because you guys have amazing profiles and you guys having skills, but if there is a small gaps that we can help you with grooming up, and you guys can get jobs into your dream directions or aspirations. So I think that would be helpful for us. And keep in mind, in these bi-weekly sessions, there is nothing monetizing. It's a free of cost. We are paying you guys back as a community. So that's all from my side. And last thing is that in I'm gonna announce at the end of this session. So stay tuned with us, because that is a very interesting, especially for the fresh graduates, the people who want to switch into cloud careers, and we are happy to share more details at the end. So over to Nida.
Yes, this has always been the agenda of Microtex to help the people who want to switch their careers and become very professional in their current job post. And this is not new for us in any way, because we have seen many living examples who have started from scratch and now enjoying their luxury job posts. Here we have Khurram with us. And Khurram, please start telling us about your educational background. What were you in the past? What did you study? And how you think to switch the career, because it's a very big move. So you have to walk us through the journey. That what were your sentiments at that moment?
Yes, sure, Nida. So yeah, let's start. And my passion for engineering started at a very young age because, as many of you might know, that especially in Pakistan, our mentality is to make our children either an engineer or a doctor or a lawyer. So I have also always heard about these things from the very beginning and went into that field of education. So I left my home country in back in 2009 after completing my intermediate education, which is class 12, with the goal of pursuing higher studies in Malaysia. I have to mention here that I am really thankful to my parents who provided me this option to get higher studies overseas, and it definitely would not have been possible without their financial and moral support and help. So yeah, I'm really thankful to them. And yeah, it was not easy to immerse myself into a new culture, new country, new language, new people, as I was very young and I had no experience of living by myself. But yeah, we have to lose something to gain something. So I gave up my comfort zone to learn hardships of life. And in that time, I had the chance to learn from some of the good professors in the field and gain practical experience and made my new friends in new country. And I graduated with a master's degree in mechanical engineering from University of Bradford. So you would ask, but you were in Malaysia. Yes, I was in Malaysia, but it was a collaboration of Malaysian University with English University. So it is like you are studying at a Malaysian university but getting an English degree. So later, after completing my mechanical engineering degree, I got lucky and get a place in Turkish university and was awarded a 50% scholarship to pursue a master's program in industrial engineering, this time there in Istanbul. So I was excited to explore yet a new culture, new atmosphere, and again, new language. And I took the chance again and I moved to Turkey in 2013 was that, I think. So it was challenging experience. There was a huge language barrier, especially in Turkey. In Malaysia it was not like this because many people were understanding and talking in English, but in especially in Turkey, it's really hard. You cannot do many things in English. You have to learn Turkish in some way. So there was a huge barrier in communicating with locals and a lot of other obstacles, but it was definitely worth it at the end. So I was able to learn and grow together with some brightest minds and gain new perspective on the field and in life, definitely. And finally, in 2015, I completed my second master's degree. And after that, I have moved to Germany, and now I'm here since that time, where I continue to work and learn. My education may have been a winding road, but it has led to me where I am today, and I would have not been here in any other way, I think.
Khurram, I just want to ask you one question: that what is your core three learning points when you been in the Malaysia as a human perspective? How you adjust in the culture and maintained your master studies together? That how you keep yourself focused? That of course it was the first your journey, and you moved to abroad, and how you keep yourself motivated.
Nice question. So, I mean, this is really important, because if you want to stay focused, you need to have some aim in your life. And if you don't have any aim or any objective, then you cannot be motivated or you cannot be focused. So my aim was to get the degree first of all. I mean, that's why I went there. I took that risk. And second, I wanted to explore new things. I want to get that exposure which normally we are not getting if we are staying at the same place. And third point was, I mean, I took a risk and I got lucky, and I get my degree. I integrated in the culture because I stayed there for like 4.5 years, and in that time I moved to Singapore for a few months, but that is not the story. So aim, objective, and you have to be motivated all the time. And to be motivated is like this: you need to be disciplined, you need to be consistent. So these
Hmm.
things you should have in mind if you're trying to relocate for studies or for job.
But Khurram, here we want to raise the point. It's quite hard to meet your expenses when you are abroad and you have to pay your fee as well. Were you involved with your educational activities? Were you doing some internships in the field that you are studying? How are you managing all that? And how did you gain experience in your previous field?
Yeah, good question. But I was really lucky. That's why I mentioned my parents, because they took those financial, I mean, support in
Nice.
the beginning in Malaysia. Yeah, in Malaysia, 100% they have supported me financially and morally and all that. So that's why I could focus on my studies. So I couldn't see those hardships of financially being challenged, you know.
Okay.
But later, when I went to Turkey, then it was a turning point for me, because I saw many things. Because in Malaysia, maybe the nation is, you know, very close to our culture, and the things are same. You know, people are just spending a lot of time with their friends, and they're not doing so many things professionally. But when I went to Turkey, then it's their culture is very close to European culture, you know. So there you are getting out of your comfort zone at very young age. And there I faced few challenges, and challenge financially challenges, and then I started looking for some odd jobs, I would say that. And I also worked in university, in international office and all that kind of stuff. But the expenses in Turkey was not so high as compared to the European expenses like we face here. And I have managed through these jobs, I mean. And
Hmm.
I mean, I
Okay.
couldn't see those financial hurdles at that
Okay.
time. I was lucky.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So where are you located right now?
In Germany, Frankfurt.
Now walk us through your career path. How did you move from Singapore to Germany?
Yeah, I mean, as you may know now that my background is non IT,
Yeah.
especially in mechanical and industrial fields. However, after completing my education, I found that it was difficult to find a job in my field, especially when I came to Germany, as proper fluency in German was required or desired, I would say, and I didn't have it. And I mean, in engineering field, which I belong to, in mechanical field, because it's different than IT field. And I have applied in many companies, but unfortunately, I was not getting successful in scoring a job. It was very tough time because I came to a new country, then all those same things like culture and language things and new challenges. Plus, this time I have to search a job in you know, to financially support myself. And the time was ticking, and every day it was getting tougher and tougher financially. So I decided to do some, like I said before, odd jobs and continue my search together with it. And I was not getting lucky at all. So I decided to explore new career opportunities here in Germany, except my field, I mean, which is mechanical engineering. And I was hearing a lot of stories that time that people are changing their careers into IT and cybersecurity specifically. So I started looking into it, and I started spending time on searching IT jobs, but I had no skills at all, you know, what were required for those jobs in cybersecurity or IT in specifically. So I was not even familiarized with the words which were required in skills, you know, which were mentioned in job descriptions for these kind of jobs. It was a very depressive situation for me, and but I did not give up and made my mind to upskill myself according to the job market of IT. And then uh, I started looking into it, and I started learning about, I mean, basics of IT. I would say fundamentals of information technology, which I think we should learn in all in all the fields nowadays, because it's really important. And there are so
Khurram,
many.
before going into that, sorry for cutting you. So
Mhm.
just want to conclude the conversation that, let's say, as your experience, luckily from my perspective, I'm throughout in IT by hook and crook. So I also have a different trajectory of my career. I will share that later. So what I understand from your point of view that. Like electrical engineers, mechanical engineers are non-IT tracks get tough time they must needs to comply with the culture, language,
Yeah.
and certain other soft skill fit-ins
Mhm.
to align with the job. So that's why I'm listening so many times that our people also voicing up that they are not getting the jobs into German market, especially Switzerland, Germany, and Austria.
Mm.
So these are the 3 points we listen from you, that it's a tough to find jobs without meeting the basic three criterias. But in IT, it's a luck that you can start with at least a baseline somewhere.
Mhm.
Okay.
Exactly. So let me, I mean, share the main thing how I get into IT. So the tactic I have used was that I saved few entry level job descriptions and the requirements of it and made a list what skills are most important to get an IT entry level job. So it all began like that. Together with it, my search of job was going on. I continually modifying my CV accordingly. So like after 2 or 3 months of this struggle, I finally got lucky and scored an internship in a company as an IT help desk support. It was a 3 months internship with no money. I think I should not mention it, but I have to mention it. It is rare that you don't get paid for internships in Germany, but it was the case. And I was really happy that at least I got something, and it was a beginning of something exciting, at, at least from my point of view. After that internship, there was again a gap of 6 or 7 months, I think, again in job search before eventually landed in another internship in an airline this time. And in between that time, this is important, I was consistently learning and upgrading myself and working towards my goals, what were required in IT field. I mean, I was looking into resources like YouTube, I was taking courses on Udemy, I was looking and searching for ebooks, PDFs online on Google, and continuously learning on these kind of skills which were required in a very basic entry level job. So, I mean, it started as an internship, but I got a full-time offer to work as an IT specialist from the company within second month of my internship. Maybe they have noticed my hard work.
So
And in
Yeah.
that, yeah, yeah, please.
would it be okay to say that your education was as a mechanical engineer, but you had no experience in that particular field? And
Yep,
IT was the only field which you started to interest on a very professional level and starting practicing it. Is it true?
that's right. Yeah, that's true.
Okay. So
Yeah, but in my courses, I had exposure to some basic IT things like C++ plus plus or something like this. It's like they never updated their
yes.
courses. They're still teaching all those obsolete things. So yeah, I knew about IT, what IT is, but to be very honest, when I started my internship in the beginning, I had no idea how to look for IP. So this is how I started. I mean, to be very honest, I mean.
Kuram,
So
Okay.
yeah.
I just want to share that well, you said that IP, and when I turned up into the IT, someone sent me the spam email, and I discussed with my brother, and he just did the joke about that. He said, Khalid, you're so stupid. And I said, okay, what the hell this email is? I have to explore it. So
Yeah, that's right.
then
Yeah.
then then it triggered my mind that okay, I have to really jump into deep dive into the IT. So yeah, over to Nida.
Yes. So what made you choose this particular career path? Did you have some
Yeah,
mentors, or it just came up
definitely.
in the job descriptions?
So my so my first mentor was definitely, I mean, those job descriptions. So I mean, so my second internship, which turned into the full-time job later, and that job I got a real exposure of different IT areas like what networking is, how development is working, DevOps, and all these kind of stuff, cybersecurity and all. So I found cybersecurity very fascinating and started investing more time and energy into it. So I began to teach myself cybersecurity skills through different resources and certifications. My first cybersecurity certification I took was CompTIA Security Plus. This is really nice certifications for the beginners, and I learned the fundamentals of cybersecurity. And with some patience, luck, and a lot of hard work, in I think 2.5 years, uh, with continuous learning, I eventually landed a job in cybersecurity field. So it was a role of an IAM, Identity and Access Management Consultant, which comes under umbrella of cybersecurity definitely, because you can be a pen tester, you can be an auditor, and all these kind of things in cybersecurity, or an analyst. So I choose this career. So from there, it developed a passion of IAM in me. And since I have worked for many different top-notch clients in Germany and Switzerland in different industries like airline, from where I have started, banks, stock exchanges, pharmaceuticals, insurance, energy, and now in a public sector as well. So,
Mhm.
I mean, in the meantime, I have continuously upskilled myself and earned, I don't know, maybe more than 15 professional certifications of different vendors, and few vendor neutral certifications as well. So it was a rigorous journey, I would say, but it was an achievement that was worth the struggle at the end. And I have learned so many things which has made a huge impact in my professional and private life.
Mhm.
Yeah. That,
So, Khurram, I just want to conclude this topic
Hmm.
that, guys, if you guys gonna choose your career path, look, first step, look into respective direction that you're gonna go into: data
Definitely.
science, cloud computing, cybersecurity. That's the first step. Second step is go on the LinkedIn, look for those relevant jobs, ads, and look into the skills being asked in those JDs. List up those.
Hmm.
If you get 10 skills, make a matrix. Highly important, medium, or lightweight, or the low level. Segregate it.
Hmm.
Look into that you guys wants to, you have one or two skills out of 10. Park it into green, then yellow, then red.
Hmm.
Scale it, because no one can mentor you. You are mentor of yourself if you want to start it. And then look at how you can go forward to cover those yellow and the reds, because you are already done with these areas. So as I listened from the Kurum, that he looked into the JDs and he start looking into the job descriptions and skills, and then he jump into that respective area. So every people, some people thinks that, okay, how to start, where to start. Look, ask yourself that in which direction you want to go, coding or non-coding. It's up to you. First
Yep.
step. Second, learn the fundamental. You want to go into coding, you have a cloud computing, you have a cyber security, you have a product managers, project managers, whatever. And then look your respective 3 to 5 job descriptions, and out of those 3 to 5 job descriptions, prepare the matrix: green, yellow, red, and work on it. And in 3 months, you will get your clear direction. Okay.
Definitely.
So, yeah, Amar, we can answer your question at the end of the session. Over to Nida.
so, Khurram, learning something and becoming an expert are two different things. And
Yeah,
we believe that you are
definitely.
an expert of your field right now. You started studying by from the JDs and choose some courses, did some certifications. 15s are too much, I must say. So after completing those certifications, as far as I have experience from those certifications, you can learn which topics are concluded in these certifications and how to cater it. But when it comes to hands on, you are
Hmm.
doing a job at that time. How are you making time to practice what you are studying apart from your job?
Yeah, so I mean, if you want to transit from your career into IT, the first thing, the very basic thing is that you must learn fundamentals. You should not start learning, I don't know, Java, and you should not start learning any language or something like this. First of all, learn fundamentals. What is information technology, and what do you want to do in this field, like Sir Khalid said. So first, make up your mind, choose a field. If you want, if you think networking is the thing I want to do, if you think DevOps I want to do, if you think cyber security, I want to be an auditor and these kind of stuff, you know. So first of all, get yourself in a right direction with fundamentals of it, and with time you will progress in it. And to your question, how I managed to get time to practice those skills, it was really hard for me, you know, because I was having night shifts and all that kind of stuff, and in the morning I was going to that internship. You know, it was really hard because some days I only got sleep of less than 5 hours, sometimes 4 hours, and all that kind of stuff. So it was really hard for me to get some time to practice those skills which I was learning. But you have to manage it. You have to learn how to manage your time to practice what you are learning.
Hmm. Okay.
That was the only reason to ask this question, to make our audience know that switching is not just a couple of words that you have to say, I want to switch my job.
Yep.
Switching is a very big choice. And then you have to sacrifice your sleep, sometimes your family time, your leisure time. You have to avoid your friends and gather a new surrounding for yourself with the people who are currently on the post that you want to be on in future. So you have to make all these amendments. Guys, I'm going to share a link for Mentimeter, and we want to know from you guys that how many of you people are happy with your current role. Please answer this.
Please just help us to understand, because it's really nice that we can make it a little interactive. Just do so, because if you guys are doing the job, how you guys are satisfied or not. So,
Yeah. Uh,
so in the meanwhile, I can answer the few questions. I think let's go into BBA. This is a question being asked by Amar Zafar. BBA background, non-technical. So I would say, guys, just to share that my experience about BBA, MBA management. Right now, if you are technical, you need business skills. So I would say it's nice question that you guys can transform yourself into project management, product managers, and I would say openly that you guys have much more potential career growth than technicals. Because at the end, who is managing the business and bringing the revenue and improving the ROI? They are boss. That's it. So I see in my career, my manager was in Microsoft. She was a master's in English literature, and she was my manager. And I see here also in Accenture, people are just did their MBAs and they are sitting on the top and they are managing technical architects. The choice is yours. Learn digital transformation, as mentioned by Khurram, that try to learn fundamentals. Either you want to be a problem solver, not a generic engineer or project manager or product owner. Be a problem solver. Because from my experience, people told me in very start, one of my friend, that hey Khalid, if you want to learn something, learn by heart and in depth. And especially if, this is my message for people who are in management studies, you guys can get unlock yourself into digital transformation. Look into the cloud area. Either you are interested into data science management, either you are in cybersecurity, either you want to address the supply chain issues, ERP solutions, whatever. It's really upon you that how you drive yourself, ask yourself, and start working into that. And at the end, you guys are the boss of technical. That I totally admit it. So that's a question. So I would say start with Microsoft or Amazon or Google with the fundamental or practitioner level. Learn the fundamental that how businesses are working out there. Okay. Yeah. So Nida, you get some results?
Actually, the link is in the private chat and you have to share it in the comments.
Okay. Okay. Copy the link. So you
Yes.
can just share it with me. So guys,
Guys,
there
this
is.
will help us know that how many of you are willing to switch your careers.
Okay.
So we can guide you accordingly.
Okay. So let me go to the second question. Komal couple. Okay. Okay. So let me pick up the question. So I think, Wasim, I answered your question because it's also related to background switch to cloud career. Okay. Yes. How much time? It depends. Really depends that how much time you have. Either you wanna transform yourself in 1 year, 6 months, 2 years. It's your choice. If you invest average time 3 to 4 hours per day, you can transform your career in 6 months. If less, then you need more time. So it's all upon you that how you like to go on with that. And okay. So 1 minute. I have another question. You get some
Yes. So
results? Okay.
55%
One.
people in our audience want to switch their current roles.
Mhm.
Khurram, please guide us. What are your learnings so far from all of this experience, which you want to now pass on? What
Hmm.
have you learned? That how hard it was, what effort you have to put in, and are you satisfied with the outcomes of this struggle?
Definitely, definitely. I mean, I, I am thankful to all those struggles I have made in my life that I came to this point, you know. Otherwise, I don't think that I would be able to do that. But uh, the learning, I would say that never give up and continue to explore new career opportunities. I mean, despite what hardships you are facing, you know, because all of us are facing something really difficult in our lives every day, you know. So this cannot be your excuse to run away, to learn or to explore new things. And utilize free resources such as online courses or e-books to upskill and align your skills with the job market in whatever job you are interested in. This is really important. And then be open to internships, because people are running away from that opportunity, because internships can open a door to a full-time job, which has happened to me. I mean, I'm a live example in front of you guys. And even if they're unpaid, I mean, you can spend some time in other job from where you can get earnings for short time period, but never run away from that, as they can provide valuable experience and lead to a full-time job opportunities. And very very important thing which a lot of people are missing, maybe more than 95% of people are missing, especially if they're applying jobs in Germany, especially in Germany, in Europe, that tailor your CV according to the German format. You know, don't apply with the format you are applying in Pakistani market, or maybe American market, or maybe Canadian market, because here in Germany the format is really different. You know, first of all, you have to paste your picture, you need to show your face. Some people will uh, think that okay, this is very racist, but this, I don't know, this is the format. They want to see who is applying. I have no idea why. And
Mhm.
there are some other key points, so check out the format of German CVs. Tailor your CVs according to the job requirement and be persistent in your job research. So don't apply to all the jobs with the same CV, because if the job is asking you uh, to provide skills ABC, and you're providing them XYZ with the CV you have already made. So you're just wasting an opportunity there, you're just wasting time of yours and theirs as well, because they are rejecting your CV, and it takes time to reject CV. So I
Hmm.
mean, don't waste
Okay.
time.
Yeah,
Okay.
Khurram.
So.
So there is a very common scenario that when people are thinking to switch their jobs, they
Mhm.
sometimes find two or three similar job posts. How do you recommend that? Do they need to prepare multiple CVs or do they need to just mix up their skills in one CV set?
Like I said before, check out the job description and really read it, really read it, what they are asking for. Check out the required skills in the job description. If you're just looking at the title, okay, this is admin, let me apply here. And if the job is, I don't know, auditor, let me apply here as well. Don't do this. This is really false, this is wrong. Don't do this kind of mistake. Make your CV, I mean, alter your CV according to the job description, and read it. Your skills should not match 100%. My skills never matches the job description 100%, but it should match at least 60% with the job description. If you think, okay, your skills are matching at least 60% of it, then go for it, because you never know. uh, and it depends on your presentation skills, how you're presenting yourself. It depends on your public speaking, how you're talking to people. It depends on your confidence, how you're selling yourself to the company. And it depends on the hiring manager's mood as well, if he or she is in a good mood to listen to you, to what you're saying. So it's about a little about luck as well, but 99% of your efforts.
Yeah, if
Mhm.
someone wants to apply in Germany, this is very important. Which platform do you recommend that person to find relevant jobs and drop his or her CV?
I
Sure.
started with LinkedIn. I mean, I started with LinkedIn. I would definitely recommend everyone here who's listening or will listen to this webinar. Please make your profile and make it right. Make it right. It's not just creating a profile and just leave it behind like you're creating a Facebook account. You need to update it. You need to update it regularly. What you are learning and what you are doing. It's not like this, you have created a profile and it's just there, you know
Mhm.
and make it correct. It shouldn't be, I mean, just check out the profiles of people, and check out the profiles of those people, especially to which jobs you're looking for, those titles, and check out their profiles, how they are presenting their skills and how they're presenting themselves. And I mean, these kind of stuff. And especially in Germany, there is another platform. I have created it, and I'm not updating it regularly because I'm not very active on it. It's called Zing. So XING.
I am posting it.
Yeah,
Zing.com. Dot
exactly.
com
This
or
is
dot day? Dot com.
not sure. Maybe
Okay. Okay.
they should, search on it if
Hmm.
it's DA or it's com. But so
Okay.
this is
Okay.
this platform is also very popular in Europe and especially in Germany. So you can
Hmm.
also create and maintain your profile. But 90% of my jobs, or maybe I think all of the jobs, I got from LinkedIn. I mean, I'm
Hmm.
again a live example in front of you. So
Hmm.
just be consistent. That's all.
So Nida, I
And
think we have a lots of questions. So let's conclude and then we go for question and
yeah,
answers.
but I have a last question to help the people. So, as per the current scenario, most of the job are either hybrid or fully remote. Can you say that people applying from other countries can find remote jobs in Germany via LinkedIn?
I have seen many people, they have applied and they got it. So there's a possibility, and there is always a possibility, and there will always be a possibility of working remote. But it depends again in which field you are. I mean, it's not all IT roles you can work from outside country. I don't think that 99% of the jobs will allow you to work outside of Germany, but maybe there are some exceptions, because there is a very restrictive, and there are some strict rules of working outside of German borders if you're handling German uh,
Customer
information
data.
of clients. Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
So there might be some possibilities, but again, it depends, because big companies like Accenture or Capgemini or some other, big four, they they are working in this way. They are having their talents residing outside
Yes.
Germany, and they are working with German clients. So there is a possibility, but I don't know. You have to figure it out yourself.
So I think, Khurram, I can conclude your lines that yes, remotely possible, but as an individual remote, as an individual contributor, that's difficult. If you are employee of some big names of the companies, you are sitting in Pakistan or India or Sri Lanka or Bangladesh, that's possible. But for remote jobs, German region is not that open, I think so. On the behalf of employers, yes, it's possible. Nida, we have more questions or we can move to question
No,
answers?
no, please move to Q&A.
Okay, so guys, the next question Komal asked, so I just want to show here that Komal, it's really depends. I would say I consulted different PhD scholars also who been professors in different universities. So I have my opinion. You can disagree with me. Look, ask yourself that you want to do a coding or not. First step. Second, forget about your teaching experience in the past. Full stop. Go explore in automotive industries, especially Khurram and me. We are working here in automotive industry. Be a problem solver. If you like to go for software engineering, then look for cloud development or DevOps, the process automation or IoT side, let's say. And if you think that you don't want to do the coding and you want to go into then cloud architecture and cloud cybersecurity or this IoT security, there is a different kind of directions you can choose for that. And I would say first start with Amazon Practitioner or Azure Fundamentals. These two platforms, understand that what are the building blocks behind the cloud and how it looks like and seems to you. And then you can look, either Amazon is good for you or Azure is good for you, either Google is good for you. I would say start with Amazon or Azure, let's say. So I'm not biased, I'm just sharing my experience as a professional. So start with it, cover fundamentals, and then look that what's next. Then you get your baseline and launching pad, and from there you can move forward. If you we can share a few links out there in this chat. So thank you for this question. And then the question being asked by Shahid, what to do the system admin cloud management remotely from Pakistan? Sorry, Shabazz Ali Zafar. Shabazz, first question that what's your profile? What's your PR on your digital profile? That's important part. Let's say I I'm really sorry. I'm the teeny people in this community. If I sit so in Pakistan and I ask some companies to give me the remote job, they can do because they knows me with my employer background or with my community or what's your worth in the market. People knows you or not. Otherwise, if you are system admin and sitting in small company somewhere and you asking for the remote role, how they can trust you? Okay, that's the important factor. And what skills you delivered in the market, that's the important part. When I get hired in Microsoft, I delivered few big projects, and Microsoft says, okay, you have a visibility, you did those projects, please get into our system. So I get hired. And the really important, what's your cloud management? If you are just managing or architecturing, so management part is maintenance, architecture is elegance. So you need to achieve, if you want to do the remote jobs. I know there are so many students of mine, they are in data science, they are doing the amazing millions jobs, like they are earning in millions. Why? Because their profiles, their attitude, their LinkedIn profiles are really updated, and they're contributing into the community. They're active in the social platforms, and they're writing their blogs, something like that. So you need to really put the effort on yourself, prove that who you are. That's my feedback. Again, you can disagree with me. In NetSol, I don't want to go dedicatedly into that. Either it's a NetSol, either it's a system limited. You have to push your own recognition that who you are. That's the important part. Companies does not matter. If you don't know anything and you get lucky the chance into the big company for management role, that's fine. And look, transform yourself into the cloud, disaster recovery, these things. That's fine. Then what's next? Then you have to work on your PR and profile and hunt for the jobs. I don't want to prolong it, but it's, if you work for big names, then build your PR and get your product, build your company or startup, whatever you comes up in your way. Okay, so we have another question from Zaim. Zaim, I think you are my student also from last couple of years. So I want to answer that. You asked the scope of entry level jobs. Why they will hire entry levels? Because there is a thousand and 100,000 of students already in the Europe from the different India, Pakistan, Sri Lanka. So they are looking for inside the country first, and then in whole Europe, and then Pakistan. So either you have to spend 1, 2, 3 years as an expert, like you know that Usman Sheikh get hands dirty with us and like 5 years, and he get into Microsoft after 4, 5 years. Let's say. So that's how do that work and deliver your value and get into the real hands-on projects and be the team leader that get the attention of the cloud companies. They will hire you abroad. That's an important factor also. So we have another question from Burhan. Burhan, I think you are also my student. As I remember, the name might be, I'm wrong. Certs does not play a big role. Certs play as a value add in your career. Keep in mind, learn hands-on and try to go into architectural skills. I will paste John Savile's, I think, Nida, which I referred you to you.
Yeah, it's a
And
John Seville.
yeah, we can put that channel if you like to really excel in Azure. Learn by that guy. It's a free of cost, and try to scale yourself not into IT support. If you are good in IT support and you're serving as a service desk representatives, no one will hire you abroad. No one will represent you. They need your technical, architectural, critical thinking, problem solving. Again, not at 10-year experience, more in minimal level. So I'm just gonna paste the link of that John Savile's, so you guys can start who want to start with Azure. He's not a DevOps guy. He is covering more Azure architecture and security part. So I hope I answered the questions. Okay. Which master degree is best? Wakar. That's a good question, my friend. It depends. Either you can go into network infrastructure or information system. Either you want to go software engineering, data analytics, cyber security. There are 4 or 5 tracks. Ask yourself that you want to do code or not. If coding, then go for software engineering and data science. If not, then go into information systems or information security or cyber security tracks. That's the way to go. Okay, so last question. I think we are running out of the time. So I want to switch from development role to cyber security role. One thing is clear that I have to work hard, but where should I apply for this concept in my current job? That's the biggest problem in our social system, our ecosystem. I don't want to criticize, but don't relate uh, your current job with your future career path. That's a big, big mistake that Khurram can also comment on that. Look, no one will unlock your hands that don't do that. Set up your free tier, learn Amazon or Microsoft Cloud Security. We can paste the links out there. You can start it with. Don't care about your current job. If you want to, when let's say, if you want to driving on the road and you want to take the turn, do you think that you can stay on the same road and you are taking the turn? Never. You are leaving this road and you're moving to another turn. Okay, so look into that perspective, that always you have to leave that comfort zone. And as a developer, you can do a lot in cybersecurity, in automation, in DevSecOps processes, in cloud security, that no one can block you. And if you think that your current job will comes into the implementation, that's not possible. So I think that's all from my side. And Nida, let's 4 minutes we can conclude.
Yes. So, guys, thank you so much for being with us. And the only thing that you can conclude from this session is that if you want to switch, think, plan, and start learning. Just do the hands on, find your relevant job, and start applying there. And as Khurram said, that you don't have to satisfy all the job requirements. If you satisfy 50 to 70%, you are good to go. Give the interview because every company knows that you can learn, and there is always a learning curve on every job. So do
Mhm.
that. Update your LinkedIn if you want to find job in Europe, especially because 90% of the jobs you can find here on LinkedIn and apply as you like. And also text the talent acquisition specialist. They can guide you what is the basic requirement and they can go through your LinkedIn profile and recommend some jobs, open job post in their company as well.
Okay.
If you want to ask some other questions, you can touch us on our LinkedIn's and we'll be happy to respond. And also, you can find the recordings of the session on our Facebook and LinkedIn page.
Yep. And last thing that what I promised you guys that especially I'm really sorry, but we are going to plan a fellowship program in Pakistan, especially for upskilling. And there you guys can visit into Microtex. I can share the link, and you guys can apply for that. And there our mentor team going to help. Actually, that is free of cost program by our team. And especially I'm happy and proud to say that this year my students are the consultants and the architects who are willing to pay back to our community. They are actually going to drive that from March to August 2023. Be part of it, and keep checking the website when they open the application system out there. I'm not sure. I'm not going to drive that. I just orchestrated that, and I drive it for a couple of years. Now I delegated these responsibility to my second line of soldiers, let's say, who are kind of experts, architects, or consultants in the different global companies. So I'm happy to share that we are contributing that, and it will bring a good value. And that will goes in from March, and application will be open in mid of February. So keep checking that website and look into that and share in that circle. And there's gonna be a good content for you guys. That is actually the baseline where you can learn all the possibilities. Okay, and the last thing is that yeah, John Savills don't prepare for content because he's a full-time employee with Microsoft, so he's just preparing the content around Microsoft. So AWS is, you have to find out on freebootcamp.com.org, something like that. They have that good content for AWS also. But John Savills is mainly, he's a full-time employee with Microsoft. He was my ex-colleague. So thank you very much, Nida, and all of you. We run over time, but yeah.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you, guys.
Bye.